Chapter 2. The Heart. Homelessness begins in the heart. The old saying, "Home is where the heart is," states our home is first inside us. A homeless and battered woman, in general, has to leave her heart to tolerate the abuse and mistreatment that began for her often in her early childhood. History does repeat itself, and words do sting and leave scars in the heart. The saying, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me," is a lie. Words build your worth or tear down your worth, how you value yourself and your self-image. A child sees, hears, and feels her value to life itself, and consequently she believes and is programmed with that experience, whether it is good or bad. The question always has been whether people's personalities are shaped through nature or nurture. I believe it's both, but we can take these and build inside a person a home of self-worth, self-value, self-truth, self-confidence, and self-purpose, which will result in permanent transformation into a life of self-sufficiency, instead of homelessness, addiction, street living, prostitution, jail, and shelters. Ultimately, a person's transformation into self-worth and self-sufficiency can break the cycle of self-abuse. Truthfully, in many homes across the United States, there live homeless hearts who self-medicate their pain with food, TV, prescription drugs, shopping, gambling, pornography, and being workaholics. And those are just a few of the self-abuse behaviors that indicate homeless heart syndrome. There are different levels of the homeless heart, but the void is the same. Some women have had such a history of abuse that the abused state of mind and living is their normal way of life. The heart is the center of the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual life. The heart refers to the physical organ, which is considered to be the center of the physical life. The heart has come to symbolize the whole of a human life. A woman's life depends on her heart condition. The Bible says the heart is connected with thinking. As a person thinketh in their heart, so it shall be. Proverbs 23:7. Another way of putting this is that people put their money where their hearts flourish. The heart is associated with the activity of the mind and the will, but it is also very closely connected to a woman's emotions, feelings, and affection. We all know that sadness, hopelessness, and discouragement are associated with having a heavy heart. Out of the heart is also where we locate our morals and spiritual life. All moral conditions from highest to lowest are said to center in the heart. With all of this significance understood, we can look to breaking the cycle of self-abuse and homelessness through changing the heart condition. We must end the homeless heart through developing and forming a new heart. God promised that He would give a new spirit within, take away the stony heart, and give a heart of flesh. The heart has been broken for so many women that they have given in to despair and hopelessness. They believe that they are stuck, but we have an answer for them. When mercy, loving kindness, and truth have met together, and righteousness and peace have kissed each other, there is hope, and it is a new day. We can give the family a home, but we must take the homeless heart out and replace it with self-value and purpose. We can make a difference and mentor to the women's heart so it becomes healthy. A true story comes to mind about a homeless woman whom I so desperately wanted to get into an apartment. With the help of others, we got furniture for the apartment, a bed and a dresser for the bedroom, a kitchen table. We bought towels and sheets, a vacuum, a broom, and literally all the items that it takes to make a house a home. We were so excited and pleased with how all of us had worked together for the good of this person. We had a dinner for her the first night. She was in her apartment. and we rejoiced on her behalf. She seemed pleased but very quiet. We all left feeling like a job well done had occurred. We checked in a few days later and noticed no food had been cooked, and the bed was without sheets, pillow, and blankets that we had provided. We asked, "How are you sleeping here?" She said, "Good." Then we saw all the blankets in a nest on the floor. Little did we know that the nest was a pattern of comfort for her. And later we learned that the bed meant bad things to her because of her past experiences. We left dismayed, but we kept a close watch on our homeless, now placed in a home friend. The next few days we took turns stopping by. We thought a kitten might help her feel more love, so we got one and all the fun toys, food, and etc. She liked it, she said. We stopped by once again with excitement to see her and her kitten. When we arrived, we noticed bottles of beer and wine, and the house looked torn up. There was no kitten in sight. We were afraid to ask what had happened. We waited to hear, but she said nothing about the kitten. The blankets were on the floor still. The bed was unmade, with nothing on it, and she was drunk, crying, and very upset. Never in a million years would we have guessed that our loving intentions drove her to such high stress that she went back to drinking after being sober for over a year. We didn't know that the kitten's needs were more than she could handle, so she had to put the kitten outside, walk to the store, return to the homeless heart pattern to find comfort that was so familiar. The bed was a reminder of childhood of sexual abuse, and the home drove her to drink. You see, first things first, we learned that you have to heal the homeless heart, the brokenness from within, before a home is a place where the heart can dwell. Home is where the heart is. I learned a very troubling lesson from that experience, and it has helped to shape my understanding about breaking the pattern of homelessness and self-abuse. I learned to help the person change from the inside, not provide the outside place where the heart is homeless. My heart for many years has been focused on helping the homeless and battered women of the United States. I have come to know what it takes. It takes loving them until they can love themselves. It takes compassion, communication, mentoring, counseling, and sometimes medication. When I started housing programs, all these ingredients were provided, plus a lot of encouragement, Bible reading, prayer, and a program that reprogrammed the homeless heart to a place of self-respect.